Oh, everything working. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so AP. I'm so AP. Of course, I went to bed late. Again. Well, yesterday not as much. Yesterday not as much, but still, I've been going to bed like between 2 a.m. this whole freaking week. Waking up at like 7. So I'm dead. I had the alarm and I had the sound so low. If it wasn't because I was already woken up like an hour ago for no reason, I would have slept through it. Woke up 5 minutes before it was already 11. Anyway, drawing time. It's freaking cold. It's 11 degrees outside. I'm a person who gets really cold really easily, when even if it's like 20 degrees inside. If it's really low outside, my hands feel it. They're cold. They get really cold really easily. Anyway, we are going to continue drawing Raphael from Love and Deep Space, hoping today to finish the head, hopefully. And if we finish the head, we'll go over the whole thing and start darkening it and adding details and all that stuff. That's the plan. And yesterday I couldn't do the solar ash stream because at like I think it was no 2 something p.m. when I was watching anime with my mom while eating. The whole internet, it went poof entirely. Like, didn't work at all. Nothing, nada. I didn't even have data on my phone because we use the same company for both. It was like because I was watching the episode, and I was also watching my Oshi on the side, and both stopped at the same time. I was like, Mom, there's no internet. What do you mean? Yeah, no, I was watching this on the side, and yeah, it stopped at the same time. There's no internet. Yeah, and I didn't have data. Then, when I went to work, I had data again for a bit, but we didn't have actual internet, and they put up like a notice or something, so people wouldn't complain like, "Hey, where's the internet?" In support, they put a notice that, yeah, there's a problem in your area, we're working on it. So people wouldn't bother them. And we didn't have internet until like half an hour before my stream was supposed to start. So I decided, I don't trust it. I'm just going to move it to today. So we'll be doing that in the afternoon. Anyway, hold my freaking pencils. So I should start with this one, the hardest one. Clickety clackety. Undo the head, undo the head, undo the head. I should put some music for myself. Yeah, I should do that. Maybe later. Yeah, because otherwise while you have music, I don't have music. I'm sitting here in silence. In silence. Eto. Me. I know where I'm going to put. Nothing too crazy, just a soundtrack from a mini game. What is it? What was the name? I'm a visual person. I don't remember the name. I only remember the picture. There it is. There it is. Wait, is the sound? 1 second. Is the sound coming from? No, it was about to come from my TV instead of my headphones. Because I wasn't listening to anything before. Is it okay? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, I got my reference picture. You also can see the reference picture, which is a picture I took in game. And it's head time. Maybe start from the eyes and work our way outwards. So. As I say, I already have this one. I think it's better if I just... Oh, this is too loud. We got Ipiruru in the mornings. Beep, beep. I hope the balancing of it is okay. Sometimes the webcam is stupid and decides to blind everything. I wonder if when people come to these ones, if they don't mind the occasional silence or they want constant yapping. I have no feedback, and so I just fall. So the other day, this is something I've been wanting to rant about. When was it? A couple of weeks ago? Yeah. But I had to leave early. Well, a couple of weeks ago? Maybe. Anyway, doesn't matter. I went to have lunch with family for free for XYA reasons. Don't worry about it. And I always have this beef with my uncle. Not really beef, but he doesn't really approve of some of my choices, I guess. But since basically forever, like, oh, why do you dress in black? That's a depressing color. And he isn't at all, okay? He isn't like, I don't know how old he is, but he isn't like a grandpa. No. He's quite young. So it's not like an old person mentality or mindset. But yeah, back in the day it was like, why do you dress in black? It's just depressing. You should use some color. And the other day he was like, I watched this documentary about people and their use of the internet and staying on watching at that screen for too long. And I was already like, okay, but the consequences in what way? Physical, psychological? What do you mean? Yeah, because of both. Because of staying so many hours. And it's like, yeah, I know the physical ones. Yeah, we're sitting for too long. Yeah, I know those ones. Don't worry about it. And it was like, yeah, but having constant sources of information and the TikToks and watching many things and, scrolling for hours to get that quick dopamine, whatever. And I was like, you see, this is the problem. This entirely depends on how you use the internet. Because, yeah, I know there's issues with people who watch only TikToks all the freaking day, but that's not my fault. If I'm on my computer drawing, watching other people play games, watching documentaries, watching whatever, the use is not the same. You can't compare the two. Yeah, one thing is the physical one because, of course, you're sitting for a long period of time. But another is how you use the freaking internet. And if you want to brain rot your freaking brain all day watching TikToks, that's not my problem. And that's on them, not on me. Yeah, it's not the same. But yeah, he always has beef. Always. It's like he doesn't believe, what was it, virtual or like, long distance relationships. Not relationships, but friendships. Like having friends that you've met online. Like, just not real. Because in person you can see the other person's expressions and they tell you so much more than just talking on the internet. Like, bro. It depends on what you want from a relationship or from your friendship. Like, I've never had an issue, of course, like with virtual. It's just not virtual. You're with the people on the other side of the screen. Yeah, you may get more information with expressions and shit when you're like, in person. But that doesn't make it more real than any other one. And there's another issue. Because, yeah, I would love to have friends like closer to me. I know that live on another freaking continent or another freaking time zone, But here's the little issue. Where I live, it's really small. So trying to find like-minded people is hard. And once you're out of school, you're freaking fucked. And at work, we're only 3 people. Just 3. And they're old. Freaking old. Like, I'm 20-something. They are in their 40s. Like, we are going to have nothing in common. It's not like I can socialize there and make friends. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. But you should still give them an opportunity. This one person I work with. And we have nothing in common. It's like, no. You know what you have in common with that person is the fact that you work together in the same place. So you have a point, you know, in common. You have a reason to meet. You have a reason to talk about things, even if you don't really have anything else in common. To make a friend, you need to have something in common to talk about. Like, it's the freaking reason why in Tinder you have, you know, profiles and you can filter people. People say, yeah, I'm into this, I'm into that. Then same once you're out of school, finding people becomes hard, especially ones that enjoy the same thing. Yeah. Like, I remember reading a post about it. Like, yeah, once you're old, it's hard to find people. Like, the only time, usually when people join clubs, stuff, you know, like, yeah, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to this thing, this other thing. When you meet the same people every day, it's easier to make friends or acquaintances, which is why it's easier to get friends in school. But once you're out of school, unless you join a club, as I mentioned, or at work, or maybe you go to the same place every day and try to find the same people, it's hard to make friends. That's why online it's much better. And it's easier again to find someone who likes the same things as you. Again, this place is much freaking small. There's not that many people who are into anime or games or whatever, you know? Like, yeah, I had friends that enjoyed those things. I didn't even have friends in my own grade. I had friends who were 1 year younger than me, because they were the ones into anime and manga. One of them was the one who basically got me into the whole into manga as a whole, because of another person who borrowed a manga from them. And then I was like, oh, what's this? And he told me, oh, this is a comic and you can read. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I met the person who owned that manga in art activities, like after school. I was like, oh, you're the person. And we were friends. As a class near me are here for children or for people. Epa. Ah! Heck. My pencil. Yeah. And there's also the other issue, at least my own personal issue, okay? I don't like parties, I don't like drinking, I don't like places that are really loud. Because if there's a lot of music, there's a lot of noise, I can't hear the person I have besides me. You know, this is why I was saving this run for now. So, this lunch thingy, I sat with near my mom, basically, and near my two cousins, which are, I don't know, 14? I think they're 12 and 14. Or yeah, I don't want to beat people at the nightclub. So they're like on the smaller side, okay? And the other side of the family was like, hey, Ruru, why don't you sit with with these other ones, which are 20-something, you know, same age range? And I look at them, and they are normies, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good where I am. I prefer to be where the people I know are, you know? Like my mom, and again, my cousins. And they were constantly like, hey, why don't you go there? Like, no, I don't care. The only thing we have in common is our age. It's our age. What am I going to be talking to them? What are we going to be talking about? Like, no, I'm not going to be talking about streaming or VTubing or games to these people who are clearly not into that. And I was right. Apparently they were talking about a concert or whatever from, I don't know, some person, which I think I knew, but still, it's like, no. And I ended up talking the ear of my cousin, talking about streaming, talking about modding, talking about games, because we have those in common. I don't care about age. I just don't care about age. As long as we have something in common that we can talk about whatever. Even if it's about freaking 8-year-old, I don't care. If they're interested, I will talk their ear off. But we need something in common. So you watch the soccer game. I even told my uncle. And you see, it's like, now, when you meet someone, it's always the same questions. How is work? if you have a partner, how is it going with a partner? Or do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? And something family or politics. It's politics, religion, or family. It's the only thing. It's always those questions. And he laughed because I was right, because the first thing he asked me was how's work? Like, I know, it's always those ones. I don't want meaningless conversations. I don't want to talk about things that I don't care about. I don't want to talk about work outside of work. That's why I don't want to just meet people just because. Again, if this place was bigger and there were other like-minded people, I wouldn't mind meeting up with them and going outside here. But I'm not that lucky. And those people I mentioned that I'm friends with, I don't even think they're around here anymore. I think they are living somewhere else at the moment because of studying and working. Like, people moved. So my only option is online. And I'm happy meeting people online. I have no issues. I've never had an issue. One of my partners a long time ago, when I was talking to him about, plenty of stuff, I told him, oh yeah, I used to, I have online friends, I do this and do that, And he asked me like, have you never felt lonely? And I was like, no? Why? Why would I feel lonely? I have friends in my pocket. I don't need to meet someone in person to not feel lonely. Like, I can be alone, but I don't feel lonely. I'm okay. I'm fantastic even. On the internet, it's so much easier to find people that are actually in the same things as you. My freaking Tumblr. Like, I don't really talk to people that much there, but I have some mutuals which I had for years. So many years that when I posted the fan art I did of Sander Netherbrand, because I didn't realize at the time. Starts with, you look just like your mother, father, and how is it going with your studies? Then, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? And finally, how's work going? When would you start working? For me, it's always that. It's like a template. I hate that. I just hate that. It's always the same thing. I know it's small talk. I hate small talk. I don't do well with small talk. What was I saying? I don't know, man. I'm jumping so much. Yeah, the fan art. So I didn't realize it before I posted it. But a friend, well, what a friend? Yeah, we'll consider her a friend. They thought the fan art was like my own character, because aesthetically he ticks all the things I like. Sorry, I'm getting some hair off the freaking some hair got stuck on my eraser. 1 second, because it's all like, squiggly. Like, they thought he was my own character, because the design was right up my alley, and I had to tell them, no, this is a VTuber. And now that you say it, you're right. This is something I will draw. Oh, that's how well they knew me. and we're just mutuals on Tumblr. We've been mutuals for like almost 10 years at this point, maybe. I don't know. We're old for so long, but yeah. Like, people in the end, even if it's just online, they end up getting to know each other. And we know each other's little quirks, and we both don't like small talk. When people sometimes, well, no, they don't anymore because I'm not really modding. But they used to come to my DMs. Hello! How are you doing? And it's like, I know you're going to ask me something, just ask me, alright? I don't want to be going, hello, how are you doing? Well, and you? Because obviously, if I'm having a bad time, I'm not going to tell you I'm having a bad time because I don't know you. Just get straight to the point. And that's something I do. I'm talking to others and I want something, or I'm asking for something. I may go like, hello, how are you doing? But in the same message. Like, hello, I hope you're doing well. And I'm talking to you because X, Y, Z, Like, straight to the point, so the person reading it can go, oh yeah, and give me the info. We don't need to be going back and forth. Useless. It's just useless. It's a waste of time. So yeah. I talked to my cousin for little hours. That's the reason I had to cancel stream, I think, the next day. Yeah. Because it was a busy environment and I had to talk like louder than usual My throat was fucked. He barely talked, he only listened. It's not like I didn't let him talk, but you know, I had a lot of things to say to him because it all started like, oh, do you... because I saw him trying to log into Steam. That's another issue we had at that place. There was barely internet. It's always in old places that you're bored because there's people you don't really buy that much around, and then you can use their phone because you have no connection. The reception is so bad, it sucks. Man, yeah, I feel so dishonest though. My day isn't necessarily going well, but they probably don't care to hear about yeah. That's why it's just I hate those. Maybe it's too cynical. I've been told that I'm a bit too cynical. Like, yeah, but it's just manners. Like, I don't care about manners. I've never cared about manners. Like, I will read books at the table, and my mom will look at me like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, Mom, you're hearing the radio. You're using... It's not like you're listening to the conversation or, you know, I'm not paying attention. If you can hear the radio and use your ears, why can't I read a book and use my eyes? We're both doing something else. I'm really cheeky. I'm really cheeky like that. And she had no argument because I was right. If it was like people are directly talking to me and I'm ignoring them, then yeah, that's bad manners. Hello, I'm DSM. How are you doing? I see you're new. I haven't seen you before. I hope you're having a fine day. I'm yapping. I'm ranting. I have things to say while drawing. What else? My brain. I should have made like a bullet list. Like, yeah, let's talk about this, because oh my god, I lose track so easily. A second. Yeah, when he told me, yeah, but you could have still joined those people at the other table. I'm doing good and hello from Vietnam. Oh, from Vietnam, nice. Is that what time is it over there? For me, it's like 11:37 a.m. I like to know people's time zones. He told me, you should have joined the other ones. Even if you don't really know them that much, you can learn something from them. And I was like, bro, this is the issue. It's too loud. I can't hear. I can't hear when it's too loud and there's so many people talking. And we were able to be talking first with my cousin because I had it right beside him. And second with him because even though he was across the table, it was right at the end of the lunch. So there weren't that many people around. And I was still leaning in. Like, okay. Because I can hear. I've gone out with people. But the moment we go to a place which is too loud, even if I have someone besides me talking to me directly, I can understand what they are saying, and that's really uncomfortable. But people, usually my age, what they want to do is go out and drink in loud places. That's why I can't go out. I know how it works, so I just don't do it. At this point, I'm experienced enough. Also, I'm really observant of people. Like he was yeah, but it will help you in your relationships and you learn stuff. And I'm like, bro, I don't struggle. If you think this helps me, it's because you think I'm lacking something. Because you think I have trouble with something, which I don't. I don't have problems with keeping friendships or, I don't know, reading people. I'm really good at reading people. I have a partially deaf family member, so I don't realize that when things are loud, they put the TV volume close to max and stuff. Holy shit. That sucks. Yeah, it's like when you're talking to your grandma. And you had to talk louder than usual because she can't hear. I think in the end we just agreed to disagree, to be honest. Because it's always the same, Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem meeting people around if I could find people around, but it's hard. And I don't have the time. And again, I don't need help. It wouldn't help me in any case, because I don't need help. I already know how things work. I don't consider myself lacking. Are you from Spain? Yeah, I'm Spanish. So you might hear my accent and my rolling my R's because I don't put effort into not rolling them anymore. Well, I do them here and there. I'm too lazy. And I have too much to care. As long as people can understand me, I don't care. Okay. For some reason, my company, well, the people, the place at work I work at, we're having a holiday today, so it was 3 days. So, let me do a morning stream, even though I'm not a morning person, so I can use the time. And so here I am, and it's cold. I hate cold. People are always like, oh yeah, winter, oh yeah, cozy, yippee, I love wearing like 100 layers when going outside or staying inside because it's cozy, and I'm like, no, my hands hurt. I hate it. This one is HP, okay. Maybe this for this. Yeah, it's softer. Should be working on the nose a bit so it doesn't become one with the shading. So at the moment it's so light. And also it happened on another family gathering that I was put around the younger people, and of course I didn't mesh with them. I was just there, like just looking somewhere else, like yeah, I don't vibe, and I was put with the actual adults, and I had a much better time. I just at this point know. So I don't care if people are like, hi, go with the youngsters. You are in a similar age range. I don't care. Give me like-minded people I can actually talk to. Please. This is like giving him a shadow. For now, like this, I don't want to go too dark because then I can go back. Once you go too dark, you can go back. HP, okay. All my pencils. And sometimes they do, I don't know. It's like they have a sharper side or something. So they mark the paper more than they should. And I don't want that because then you go to erase and you can't. Okay, let me. This is something I've learned by watching face-ups for ball-jointed dolls. How to shade eyebrows. I'm scared of going over what I've done. Heck. I'm trusting. South Africa, there's a lot of people that enjoy anime, but it's hard to find them all. They all stink. Yeah, the natural habitat of people who like anime is inside. I was part of a big group years ago that went into anime. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I don't remember, but it was a big group. We used to meet up. I think there was drama. There's always drama when there's a lot of people. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's why it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know, it was so long ago, and my memory is freaking crap. As you all know at this point, probably. Well, there was also a bunch of weirdos. There were some girls who, when they saw guys being a bit close to each other, they were like, yowie. My freaking fuyosis. Like, if you want to be like that with fictional characters, okay, go ahead, but don't be weird in real life, man. Just don't. Why are you like this? Okay, from here. This should be, well, doesn't matter if I have to make it a bit lighter because I have to shade everything. We have one eyebrow, and I have to make all of this a bit darker. I love where I'm just fucking around, shipping. Yeah, they were young, but still, like, don't be weird. That's one way to basically break friendships between men or guys or whatever. Hasn't there been like issues like that on the internet as well, where people shipped two guys and they ended up making those guys very uncomfortable, and so they stopped being friends or something like that? I don't know, yes, don't be weird. You can ship characters however you want. You can be thirsty about characters however you want, but don't be weird, please. With people, with actual people. Should be softer. Okay. I'll probably do this darker later on as well. Everything will go darker. Oh, it's looking nice. We have an eye. Look at it. Can you see? There, and I see this thing. 1 second. Yeah, now you can see without having a weird thingy. You can hide, no movie. Yeah, we have an eye. An eye for an eye. Let me do the nose. Man, I'm enjoying rigging so much. I'm going to turn into an addict, I swear to God. Like, yeah, I'm going slow because I'm a perfectionist and I have to have control over everything. But I'm enjoying it so much. I'm like, oh, maybe I could do this next. Maybe I could give myself more hairstyles, or maybe I could do this for this other video. I love it, so illustrated. Thank you. I'm not really good at coming up with my own like ideas, so I just follow the reference, but I like to draw realistic as I can. I like with pencils. I like shading. It's fun. It's like almost shaping something like a sculpture, but with pencils and shading and grayscale. And I'm motivated by pretty things. That's probably why I also enjoy rigging. You just have to trust the process. And I think I have a good eye to see where there's something that isn't working and figuring out why, and therefore the solution, which has happened a ton while rigging. Like, okay, I'm not liking this. Why? Okay, yeah, the angle of this is weird. How do I fix this? Like this. And then it works and it looks so good. I'm so expressive. I'm so happy. It's coming out so well. Again, I will show the progress, but I think it will be better to show it once it's actually fully done. Okay, nose. And then I can do the lips. I think I can shade it all. It's just a little highlight spot at the tip. So, little by little. I think it also helps that it's like modding. I told a friend, man, this is like modding. It scratches the right parts of my brain. There's the artistic part, the part that wants to draw and do something creative, and then there's the part that likes figuring things out, which will be the rigging. Or in the case of modding, it will be like getting into the game or playing with materials and make it look as nice as possible. It's just perfect. More runs. I wonder what my uncle will say to me next time. It's always the same. It's always the same. Yeah, it's time we've met. There's always something. I don't care what his purpose is at this point. Well, no. I'm not telling you how to live your life. This is just my own advice. Bro! But it's always the same. And I don't change. Okay, so people change, but like when it comes to my, I don't know, morals or the way I am, I haven't really changed in that regard. I've always been like this. I'm always being really introspective. I always know, I know what I feel, how I feel it, why I feel it. So I don't need help. I know how I work. I know myself best at this point. It's been 27 years of knowing myself. I know more than him. Where is my mechanical pencil? Doku? ¿Qué he hecho? Did I eat it? What the freak? I don't have it in my hands? No? Stupid. I'm also blind. There's nothing for me interesting in life anymore. Oh no, you have to find interests. There's so many things. Yeah, a hobby, a series, or games, or maybe watching other people. There's so many. Man, I had too many hobbies. I had too many things I want to do and I don't have enough time. It's a struggle. You just had to find the right thing. Before I found modding, I was really into watching anime, for example, or even just scrolling through Tumblr or watching YouTube videos. That was all I did. I didn't. Well, I used to read more. I don't anymore. I think, well, I sit in my small apartment all day with my cat Biscuit and sketch until my hand cramps and I only go out for shopping. You had to take care of your hands, by the way. Don't stretch and stuff, or otherwise you won't be able to draw anymore later on. There's some artists. There's one artist I follow who had that problem. They drew for way too long. They didn't really rest, and now they have issues. And while they go to therapy to ease those issues and continue drawing, it's a bit of a struggle. But still, I don't really go outside either, to be honest. I go outside to work, basically. But still, you can find stuff online. You can find like-minded people. Like, if you have any interest, like, I like this series, I like this, I don't know, artist, I like, get involved with the community. Get involved, be part of the fandom. Try to stay away from drama because that's not worth it, but there's so many things you can find and do and look forward to. Like, for me, sometimes they used to be, because yeah, of course I've had bad times in my life, like, used to be like, oh, I want to play Kingdom Hearts when it comes out, the next one. Oh, I want to meet this person who is going to come back this time. Oh, I want to see how this series ends. Oh, I want to do this. Just one thing, one little thing. And then it just snowballs. But you have to try things. The only way to find something you like is to try it out. Just recently found a Discord group for a game that I'm enjoying and the people there are fun to play with. As a child, everyone called me the everything child because I did everything for fun. And why is that an issue? If you were having fun, how is that an issue? Man, people with ADHD also have a tendency of jumping between interests. Yeah, you have to find... Well, again, I have a ton of interests. My problem is not having time for all of them. You just have to find what makes you happy at the moment. Like, I didn't draw for years, well, properly, because yeah, while modding I do draw here and there, but I didn't do a proper illustration for years until I started watching one of my Yoshis, and I was like, you know what? I want to draw this guy. Let me draw him. And I do it a full illustration. And again, if it wasn't because of him, basically, and his eagerness to have kohais and auditions and stuff, I wouldn't have gotten into streaming. I wouldn't have considered my life choices and going, you know what? Let me try this thing out and joining it. And because I bought the pre-made model, this one, and I like how it moves, and I look at the textures, and I thought, you know, I can draw. I struggle with some angles and stuff, but I can draw. I could make my own. And I looked up rigging tutorials online, like, okay, if I want to prepare the art, I want to know how I should prepare it, so it isn't an issue later. And I saw people working, and I was like, I think I could do this. It's not that hard, it just patience and time. I got into rigging, and I'm enjoying rigging. This was an issue for my neighbors, but my parents say it was good for me. Yeah, usually parents want you to try as many things as possible, so you can figure out what you want from life. Luckily, my parents were also very supportive. They've never gone like, you have to be this thing when you grow up. Nah. Like, I didn't start working until like a year ago. I'm 27. Because I had issues in high school. I forgot what that whole time is basically a blur at this point. I think my mind is just like, nah, this isn't important for you to remember it anymore. But yeah, there were issues here and there. I tried to get into, I don't know how it's called in English. It was like auto edition, which was like, if you like drawing and you like computers, this is for you. But no, it freaking sucked. It was creating not really logos, well, more or less like graphic design, but also for magazines, like organize the text, fonts and stuff. I didn't see myself working on that in the future. I was like, no, this isn't for me. Besides, that was supposedly to last for a year, but they all said, yeah, it's just for a year, but people usually do it in 2 because there's too many things to cover. So yeah, false advertisement. So I dropped out from that. Then what did I do? Yeah, I went back to not really college. You see, I don't know how it works, because here is like primary school until you are 12. Then there's La ESO, which is secondary education, which is like from 12 to 16 because it's 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Then you can go to bachiller, which is 2 years, or you can go to other kind of courses. It was what I tried to do. It's more practical, and that depends on what you are doing. Can last for longer or shorter. So I dropped out of that thing I tried. I went back to those 2 years that if I go through them, I could go to university or do something else. Usually, it's like if you do those 2 years, if you want to get some, I don't know, higher grade, it's like, studies are so weird, man. I don't know how to translate because every place is so different. It's like grado medio, which is more practical studies. Then there's grado superior, which is even more. But if you done bachillerato, you can go to that grado superior. If you haven't done bachillerato, you have to go through that middle thing, so you can go to the next one. And I think you have to study extra. I don't know, something weird. I did those 2 years. I got a partner who, in theory, because I never actually watched him work and, drama, was into jewelry. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. And he proposed, yeah, you could design this and we could make them and, do a whole thing. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Things didn't go as planned. Things happened. But I was still like, jewelry looks fun. I want to try it. I want to create my own jewelry because my fingers are too thin and I can barely find rings my freaking size. I'm wearing all this here because they in my freaking thumb. The ones I want, which are chunkier, are always for thicker fingers. But they're basically twice my hand size. So Steve was like, even if I'm not with this person anymore, I want to try this thing out. And so I did. My parents paid for, me staying somewhere else because in my city there wasn't those studies available. So I had to go somewhere else. And at first, everything was going well, but I don't know what happened. I think it was university is the one thing that is an issue for my body. Oh no, but issue in what way? Like going or what way? Like for your body specifically? Why? So yeah, I don't know. Again, this was before I was diagnosed with ADHD. So it makes sense that once you're out of your home and you don't have a structure set properly anymore, then that's when things start to fall through, which I think may have contributed to myself going, I'm getting depressed and I can't keep up and everything sucks. Even though at the beginning I was so excited, I was talking to my mom like, yeah, this material does this and this is because of this and this is because of this. She joked. Like, yeah, I was thinking that at this point I was going to also get the grade with you. As a child I was energetic, but growing up I broke my wrist just from writing. Just from writing? How? I will get if it was because you drew too much, because you mentioned that, but writing, how? how much did you write? Or did you, I don't know, what did you do? Just, did you wipe your wrist just, ouch, or something? What happened? Yeah, so I tried to keep up, then I think I wasn't vibing with it anymore. I got depressed. I started calling my mom less and less, and she knew. She was like, suspicious. And one day she came to where I was staying. She used to work here and there. She wasn't like constantly working. They were just temporary contracts here and there. So I was in bed one day and she came home and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. She wasn't very happy about seeing me like that because, of course, I was like freaking depressed. I wasn't going to class and I was, I wasn't doing so good. And we talked about stuff. Also, it was at the same time. So, sorry, this is, I don't know. Too heavy for some people, I'm unsure. People sometimes want to talk about lighter topics, but it was at the same time my parents were going through a divorce. And I think one of my worries was like, yeah, but when I come home, because I have a very, very close relationship with my mom, more than my dad. I was like, what? But when I go home for Christmas, I'm not going to see my mom. She isn't going to be home. The teacher wanted us to write a 1,500 essay about a subject in history. How many pages are those? How many? What? Isn't that something people do for fun, for fanfics? Or at least, typewriting is not. Oh my god! Oh, I hate writing. I hate writing. My 107. Oh, that's a way. 7. I know. I think I only written a bunch when I was little. Because the subject was about dolphins, I was hyper fixated on dolphins, and I put a lot of effort. And I wrote a bunch of pages, but I guess I was 11 maybe, so my handwriting was big and there were pictures. Maybe I have it around somewhere. I was really proud of it. Like, yeah, I went overboard. Haha, look, dolphins, all the kinds of dolphins, all types. Hyper fixation before I knew that. Yeah, I talked with my mom. She took care of me. She stayed for a little bit. I started doing better, but going back to school and having your teacher go, you should be focusing on doing this and that, and they decided to grace us with their presence. It's like, bro, why do you have to bring attention to this fact? It just makes me not want to come. No, man, no, don't do that. Just don't. Can you just ignore it or, go to the side like, hey, what happened? Why didn't you come? Be more sensible or not. They decided to come. Yeah, no, man. It was just another reason why I didn't want to go. I haven't told my mom, but there was plenty of times where I left to go to school, but I didn't actually go to school. I would just go to a near park and draw. Like, yeah, I'm going to school, yeah, because I just didn't want to face my teachers after all of that. At this point, it was like, I'm not going to be finishing this grade. I just know, but I don't want to basically have anxiety going because my teachers are going to freaking nag me about it. I was writing at a fast pace because I was faster than everyone else, and when I was on my 5th page, it broke. Was it the fingers? How? What? How? I can't get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it was like this for too long, so it got cramped and just snapped. Trying to figure out how someone breaks their wrist. Oh my god, that's crazy. Wait, what happened later? What happened afterwards? Did you submit it and did you tell the teacher, hey, yeah, I broke my wrist? Sorry. Or, I don't know, that's crazy. I think I tried to pass some subjects so I could repeat the course with the remaining ones. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it anymore. I was like, I thought this was going to be this way, but they told us that artistic jewelry is like making sculptures but in miniature, and I was like, I'm not interested in that. I just wanted to do like farm art or things I would actually want to wear. I don't want to make a ring with a freaking, I don't know, some kind of gem or cube like stuck there. I don't want this. I don't want this. I like things I want to wear. I don't want to wear the horns, I know, or how are they called? Yeah, the horns of a dove or a stag or whatever. Like, oh yeah, this is a big piece of jewelry with some silver and some this and look, an exposition piece. I don't want that. I want something I can wear. So yeah, I dropped out. I came back home. There were still more issues at home. My mom was like, no, don't come back. Don't come back. I honestly don't know how, but the doctors say that while growing up, my bones became weak as glass. Oh shit, and I couldn't do anything. Sorry, but is that like, the SpongeBob meme? Every day, I wake up and my bones break because they are like glass or something like that. Oh, that sucks. And I'm guessing that can't be treated. I'm guessing. Ooh. Wait, you mentioned you only leave your home for groceries. Do you work? Can you work? That's a big issue, man. I was thinking, maybe you can do something with your feet, but no, the feet also have phones. That doesn't work. I don't know, maybe something more mental, more that requires your brain, maybe. That sucks. There should be, I don't know. I've never actually heard of something like that. I don't know if there's treatments or... Well, you mentioned you still draw a lot. So, is it not as bad anymore, or are you more careful while using it? But yeah, I came home. After that, before I left the family, mother pillow proof mother pillow proof the Gotham house. I was like, mother pillow. Mother pillow. Pillow proof. Baby proofed. Oh my god, wow. But, were you clumsy or something that they needed to do that? We didn't even cat-proof my home once we got a cat. Well, she was really well behaved. I'm gonna go get tramesini for early lunch. Enjoy the rest of your stay. Eat well. I don't think there's an English version of buen provecho or itadakimasu. So eat well. Enjoy the rest of your day as well. Epa, yoo-hoo. Thank you for coming, by the way. So I came home. I still wasn't sure what to do. And so I was like, yeah, okay, let me try to find a job or something, a part-time job maybe in customer service or something in some shop or whatever. So I tried to apply in places. I didn't have much under my belt when it came to studies because, yeah, I did the 2 years of, bachillerato, which was, there's types. There's the scientific one, there's linguistics, then there's artistic one, which is the one I did. The floor, the counters, chairs, you name it, the whole house. The floor? They put carpet? Wow, that must have been expensive. So I tried to apply, for regular customer service jobs in shops and stuff. I still didn't know I had ADHD. I just knew, I can't be a barista, I can't be in a bar because I know if they tell me someone's order, first, I will forget. Second, if it's too loud, I won't hear it, and I don't want to suffer. So I knew those were out the window from the get-go. Again, I still didn't know I had ADHD. So I applied places. I got one group interview. I didn't get it. And then the pandemic started. So I couldn't do anything at home anyway. And I got Animal Crossing and I played for hours. The thing, I don't know if that's when it started or maybe a bit later. I think maybe a smidge later. Basically, my house became my marshmallow. Did you break anything ever again? Or it would be funny if you still broke something. It would suck. It would be funny, like, yeah, you did all this for nothing. Because I'm still clumsy and break things. Yeah, I started seeing posts on Tumblr of ADHD memes. And it was like, haha, funny. Haha, I relate. Haha. My. I relate to this, I relate to that, like, you know, maybe there's something going on. maybe these aren't just haha funny memes anymore. So again, because I'm introspective, I broke my leg from doing a running gym class. Bro! Didn't they tell your teachers, like, yeah, no, they can break their bones, maybe don't make them do these kind of things. They should have pillow-proof the whole school. But that sucks, man. You're being careful and then you just break. So I started looking at, yeah, ADHD symptoms, ADHD stuff. Oh, so this happens. Oh, so there's this kind. There's these types. Interesting. Combined. Oh, yeah, I'm not really hyperactive. In like, wiggle, but I am hyperactive mentally. I am constantly having things in my mind. Interesting. And then I found the channel, How to ADHD. And started watching. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Well, hell yeah, because holy shit, there's something actually wrong with me. It's not that I'm not putting in the effort or whatever. There's something actually going on in my head that prevents me from being as effective as I could. And I told my mom, I've been looking into this thing and it makes everything have sense. Everything makes sense now. How each time when she will tell me, you have to do this and that, but the moment I finish the first thing, I have forgotten all the other things. And she will get mad at me, or is someone called home? Like, is your mom home? No. Well, can you tell her I called? Yeah, sure. And then I forgot. Constantly. But I will remember other things. Other unrelated things. She will get mad at me, of course. But yeah, all those kinds of things started making sense, like, yeah, no, I had this issue. She also felt bad. Like, oh, if I had known, I was like, Mom, I'm not holding it against you. My dad got pissed off and shipped me off to university. Wait, pissed off at you for breaking it? How does that fix anything? How does that fix anything? Excuse me, what? You broke this, yeah, let me ship you to some other McFreaking place for I don't know what reason. What? What was the reasoning? Use lips. Okay. Oh. Are you Sicilian? Are you asking me? I'm from Spain. He got mad that mother turned the house into another person. How is that your fault? Why couldn't they communicate? That's crazy. Okay, there's this little, not really a gap, but a bit of teeth. Also, hello, Matt 2417. I haven't seen you before. I hope you're having a fine day in whatever place you are or where you're from. Can I make this darker? I'm jumping and drawing and jumping. I don't know if I'm doing more of one than the other, to be honest. Anyway, still, when I jump, I have to do something with my hands. Just something I have to do. So, yeah, I looked those up. I was like, Mom, you know this happens. I think I have this. It makes sense. It makes sense why I have always struggled with these kinds of things, why I'm always doing this, and I'm like this and like that. And yeah, I should get it checked. just to make sure, because that's medication and it can help a ton. Of course, there's people who don't actually use medication and they have their own strategies and stuff, but I think it will help me. And so I got an appointment with my first care what was it? Medic? I don't know how to call it. Nurse? I don't know. The doctor that takes care of your family, or the one you have assigned. Like, yeah, I think I have this. Oh, let me put you through with a specialist. And we went together because yeah, another thing, you know, that started making sense is every time I had to do something, I would try to bring my mom with me. Why? My memory sucks a lot. So if I brought her, she would be like backup. She will hear whatever is being said, and I wouldn't have to try to remember it to tell her, yeah, they told me this and that and this and that, and she could corroborate stuff that was being said. Or if they asked, you know, when they were little, did they do this? Did they do that? She would know. I'm going to get a snack. I'll be right back. Okay, get that snack. I haven't gotten a snack. I'm not hungry at the moment. I didn't even have dinner yesterday. I wasn't hungry. Interesting how I'm not hungry still. I don't know. So we went to I think she was the psychiatrist. Yeah. So, and we talked. But this person, this psychiatrist, was really hell-bent in trying to place the blame of my inattentiveness in my living habits. They should go outside more. They should do this. They just need to put more effort. Constantly like, bro, no. This no. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's always hard for everyone. This is a universal. I know it's not. But still, she then gave me an appointment with a psychologist. Like, well, I can give you an appointment with a psychologist if you want to look this up. And I was like, okay, yeah, please. And so apparently I got one which was actually specialized in ADHD. And we talked, and I said, regular, well, you could try this, and maybe if you have, at the moment I didn't have that good of a schedule, yeah, because I wasn't working, and I wasn't studying, and all that stuff. I woke up really late, I didn't eat that well. So at first, she placed the blame on that. Like, yeah, maybe you had a better diet and you slept from this hour to this hour or whatever. Maybe it will improve your symptoms. I was like, okay, if you say so. I know this is a lie because since I was little, I was already on a similar schedule and it hasn't helped. I know because I've been through that my whole life. I've eaten properly, I've slept properly, and I've always had these issues. But okay. So one time, while I was still in the process, I went on vacation with my mom. Again, at the time I was living with my dad, and so I had a proper schedule for eating, and we ate properly and slept properly and all that stuff. And of course, the symptoms were still the same. I still had problems focusing stuff on whatever, even if I was interested in whatever, because I told the psychologist, yeah, even if I'm playing, I don't know, something I actually enjoy and like, my brain goes, haha, and I get distracted, so I can't enjoy what I'm doing. So once I came back, like, yeah, no, I tried this, please, can you please give me medication, because I know it helps. Oh, you want to try medication out? Yeah. Okay. And so she asked, oh, you already have a psychiatrist assigned. I was like, is it the lady? I want here, please change it. I don't want her. I don't want her. Oh yeah, okay. So she got me a new one. And I thought I would have to explain the whole situation to him again. So I brought my mom again. But no, he was just, okay, take this in the morning, this later, this do that. Okay, there you go, bye. And I got my meds. Holy shit, the difference! the difference. But yeah, it made a huge difference. It was like, holy shit, I want to take a shower and I can actually go take a shower. I'm not staying there like, man, it's 9 p.m. I had to take a shower. I had to, and just to move. It made such a difference. Like, I really noticed it. I was talking to a friend and they were like, are you sure it isn't placebo? And I was like, no. This works. This works. I know. I will know. Like, I'd rather have this. I know some people are in that form of medication, but yeah, it's making a huge difference. A huge difference. I've been here for an hour and a half. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this today. Haha! I'm either going too slowly or yapping more than I'm drawing. I'm unsure. Well, it's also true that I've never actually timed myself while drawing these kinds of things. So I don't know how long it takes. I don't want to rush it. If I had to do another hand cams another time, I will do it. It made such a difference that one day I was in class. I had forgotten to take them in the morning. And my mind decided to start thinking about cat towers in the middle of class. I had to stop myself like, wait, no, you're in class, pay attention. Don't think about cats. Don't think about your cat. But yeah, then I started looking back at my childhood and things I did and things I had interested in. And yeah, I had a ton of hyperfixations when I was smaller. I got a ball-jointed doll and I had to learn everything about ball-jointed dolls. I still have one. I want to get back to the hobby. I would like to have her customized and stuff. But stuff is expensive. I barely have time. And I had too many interests. Then what did I do? I don't know. When I found modding as a hobby, holy shit, I've never done something for so long. Something like that for so long. Yeah, I repeat myself, moving words around. Don't worry. I just found something that really engaged my whole brain one way or another. And so I modded and modded. When did I stop? I stopped precisely because I started streaming. Again, watching my Yoshi gave me the push to try streaming. I discovered I liked streaming. And from there, the pre-made model, and from there to consider, oh yeah, I can make this myself, and from there to start rigging, and from there to, I really enjoy the rigging process, and from there to go, you know, once I'm done with my model, I think I'm going to be doing little things here and there while rigging because it's fun. And I keep my brain happy. My only downside is my lack of time. I don't have time. One, if I can actually make it, and become a streamer full time, I will be so much freaking happy, man. Holy heck. I think there's still a long way to go, but we'll get there. Maybe eventually. I don't know. I was time. I just had to be patient. Patient. My motto is, with patience and time, you can do freaking anything. I shared part of the model on a server the other day. And yeah, I'm doing this. And there was one who was like, I want to become a VTuber, but I don't have the... I don't know how to rig. And I know there's commissions, but they're expensive. I was like, you know, yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it myself. But then they went ahead, yeah, but I'm too lazy. Because I thought, yeah, I found everything on YouTube, okay? This is my first time rigging something. I just found all the information on YouTube and other places. There's also a ton of advice on Twitter. And then they went like, oh no, I'm too lazy to do it myself. Which put me in a I don't know how to describe it, like, you know, one thing is something stopping you because, you know, I'm not going to tell you to commission someone because it's expensive. But if there's a free option and you aren't taking it, because you're too lazy, not because you lack time. Okay, you lack time, you have other things to do. Okay, understandable, okay, yeah, I get it. But if your excuse is, I'm too lazy, I don't think you want to become a VTuber that badly. I don't think you do. Because if you actually want it, then you will actually put in the effort or start taking the steps to become a VTuber. Like, I know I basically jumped the gun with this. I did my first stream with a shitty mic, a headset mic. Then I got a proper one, expensive one, but not super expensive, but expensive, more expensive one. Because yeah, it's like, I know sound is important, I need to get a better mic. And because of mod money, I got it. Same as, what did I get? I know, headphones, yeah. Because I can't balance sound properly if I don't have proper headphones. Because maybe on those headphones something sounds, you know, really well, but then you hear it somewhere else. And it sucks. So this is like the equivalent of getting a monitor. I wanted to get one that's properly calibrated for colors. So, you know, if it's too warm, you don't end up making your drawings like too cold to compensate. Because yeah, it looks properly on my screen. Then you watch another one and it's like, shit. This is something I want to get in the future is proper monitors that are at least one of them to be actually properly color balanced to ensure that even if it looks like crap on other monitors because their monitors suck, I know by default my monitor is okay and my drawing is okay. But yeah, those are expensive and also, I don't know, I had to look for a proper one. I think I was looking at one at some point, but the reviews weren't that way. I don't know, I forgot. Again, because I'm not actually doing digital art at the moment, it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, I jumped the gun, I got the equipment. I didn't think about it. I just didn't want to think about it for too hard. Like, I'm going to start doing this. If I want to do this, I have to get experience as soon as possible. I won't overthink it. There's also another reason why, you know, I could do a proper debut, like, oh yeah, let me prepare a debut video and a debut whatever, and you know, make it the whole freaking thing. It just sounds so stressful. It just sounds like, I miss a lot of yapping. You can watch the VOD later, don't worry. But yeah, now I'm talking about me getting into streaming. How I basically jumped into it with basically no preparation because I wanted to start as soon as possible. And how I'm working on the model. And yeah, I could make a proper debut, like going a lot of yapping. I don't stop yapping. I've discovered when I started streaming, there wasn't anybody around, of course, when I started. But I knew I had to yap, even if it was to the air. That's the reason why I also gave myself Stardust. Because I knew I would be talking to dust most of the time. But dust doesn't sound that well. So I decided to add star because all of us are made of stardust. So I learned that I can jump for hours to nobody. Which is a fantastic skill to have as a VTuber, I think. I've said it before, but there's a friend of mine who has an Oshi, but that Oshi struggles with yapping. And Chad has to come up with subjects or topics for them to talk about. Or he gets nervous and I'm like, man, I've had streams, drawing streams. Yeah, because usually when I yap is when I draw. I have to be doing something. Where nobody came and I still yapped and yapped. And I went from one topic to another. It's just my brain is how it works. It just goes from one point to another. It's true. I think it's the ADHD buff, to be honest. It sucks in some places, but for others it's just really useful. I hate noses. So yeah, I could try to make a proper debut and a proper, yeah, let me hype everything up. Look at me, so pretty, so, and a video, and I think it will be far too stressful. And I also don't want to suddenly have like 100 people coming out of nowhere. I prefer things growing slowly, which they have recently. I don't know what has happened recently. Like I've been stuck at, I think 26 subscribers for months. I started almost like 6 months ago at this point. I will make it like in a week, a couple of weeks more or less. I will make it like 6 months. I don't know what has happened recently. I don't know if it's on YouTube or I don't know. that more people have started showing up to my streams, new people, and actually talking in chat and stuff. I'm really happy, but I like the small growth, so I can get to know people better. I can see them, and it's not again. Yeah, you had 20 new persons at once. People. So what I'm doing is for my 6 months to try to get my model ready. Again, try. I don't want to rush it. If I need more time to properly finish it, I will take my time. And maybe little by little, as time goes on, I will start improving other areas, like, you know, get another starting screen, for example. Maybe I do want to start streaming on Twitch. I already have it ready for multi-streaming, but I want to start streaming there once I get a new model. So I should probably look into emotes. I would like maybe new overlays. I would like to have a different background and maybe chair, because I got those of Etsy, and the McFreaking chair I didn't realize when I got it. Okay, I didn't realize it. Only once I got it, because it was part of a set. I was looking for a table and it had a set with a chair. I was like, oh, you know, this one fits the aesthetic, or, you know, the background really well. Once I got it, I realized it was AI generated. I was like, why is the chair so weird? Why does it have this part in the middle with wood going across as if it was another seat? And I look closer like, fuck, this is AI generated. And they did. I checked the description. They didn't say anything about AI. I was mad. I gave them like 3 stars. Like, yeah, it's nice, but you should have said it's McFreaking AI. You know, I was mad, because I'd rather support an actual artist. I had already gotten it at the point, so what I did was go into my drawing program and fix the chair, draw over it and make it have a bit more sense. But yeah, I'm still like, I hope people, well, if someone recognizes it and they go, oh, you're using a chair, it's like, yeah, I know, I want to change it, but I couldn't find anything, and I will get my own. Maybe I will try to draw my own, even though I haven't drawn a chair in my whole McFreaking life, but yeah, little by little, improving my setup, improving my little things. Maybe, since I will have a model, maybe commission artists to get art of my model. Maybe if I get one I can work with, maybe I could even animate one of whatever artwork I ask for, you know, for starting or ending stream with a little animation. Maybe. The possibilities are endless, but yeah, I don't want to do a bunch of things at once. I want to improve things. Again, I don't have time. If I started worrying about everything that goes into the build, PowerPoints, the videos, I just wouldn't do it at all. I wouldn't. I would start like, oh yeah, I had to prepare this and I had to prepare that and I had to... I wouldn't do it. So instead of not doing it, because sometimes, you know, it's been said, it's better to have something done that is not mediocre, but, you know, passable, than try to do a bunch of things and not getting them done. It's like, it's the equivalent of, it's better to draw something, even if it's just circles, so you're practicing drawing circles, than not doing anything at all. Who's going to make more progress? The one who does circles than the one who doesn't. So I'd rather focus on things a little at a time so I don't get too overwhelmed and leave them halfway. Because I know myself, I know what I do, and I do that. There was this time when one of the Guild Wars 2 expansions came out. There was so many things to do, so many. A whole new area, masteries, you can now glide, you can now... I got overwhelmed. And instead what I did, because they added more content for another part of the game, I stuck to that, which was which I was already doing. And later I did the other ones, little by little, because I was too overwhelmed. There was too many things, so for here it's the same. Because yeah, I had a list of things. Yeah, if I finish this, I will do this. If I finish this, then I will focus on this. So for example, once I finish rigging my model and the model is ready, then I will just start using it. I do want to do a celebratory karaoke. It's even that. I'm not going to be doing a video of, haha, model reveal, look at me wiggle. I'm just going to do a karaoke, which I have already done before, you know. Maybe it will be better than last time. Probably, hopefully. Yeah, I will just do a karaoke as like a celebration. It isn't going to be a whole thing, it's not going to be a celebration. I'm just going to be singing however I want. Just having fun because this is for fun. If new people pop up, nice. If they don't, nice as well. I don't care. I don't care. I think one person showed up to my first karaoke. Yeah, but I haven't seen them in a while. I hope they're doing fine. So they were from Japan. And I did the karaoke in the afternoon. I don't know what time it was for them, but holy heck. I hope it wasn't super duper late. Or they are just nocturnal or something because... But yeah, only one showed up. So once my model is ready, I want to do the, you know, reference sheet, which will mean drawing the model in different angles. From the back, from the side, and all that stuff, which will help if I ask commissions or buy commissions. Will make it easier for artists to actually draw it. And maybe then I can get actual art for other things. I also wanted to do a cover of this show. I don't know if to call it a show, but it has popped up on the internet, Alien Stage. When the 6th round came out and the song Cure, and it was very, very yaoi. And it got a lot of attention. The problem is that the song itself is in Korean, and you know, I can sing in Japanese, I can sing in English, but Korean, I can't. It's too hard. I just, my mouth doesn't work like that. So I looked, other people have done like English covers with their own lyrics, but I went to ChatGPT, like, hey, because I'm also really picky. Because when I listened to those covers, it was like, yeah, but it's missing the beat. You know, it's like, yeah, you're like adding these words so you can make the lyrics make sense in the language, but it's missing the beat. So I went to ChatGPT. I looked up the original like translation that there is in English, and I went to ChatGPT like, okay, there's this song in Korean. These are the Korean lyrics. Can you try to give me lyrics like that are similar enough to the original translation or the original meaning, but that keep the beat, like the number of syllables? And he was like, okay, yeah, boop, 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 boop. And I got those. I started, you know, looking them over, adjusting things, like changing some of the others, trying to sing them out loud, like, yeah, no, this is a bit too long, this is that. Can you give me words that mean something similar to this, that have X number of syllables? Oh yeah, I just did a ton of things. And it came out well. I started practicing. Again, I barely have time. And then I will have to learn about audio. I hate audio. I hate audio with passion. Audio balancing, everything sounding correctly. Oh my god, and recording. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I would like to, because there's no a tutorial. There's no tutorials out there like, yeah, how to create your own cover. Things to keep in mind. You had to do this, you had to do that, you had to, you know, there's nothing. I haven't seen anything. I don't know how people do covers. I don't know if they have friends in the industry or something that can advise them. I don't know. There's nothing. So at least the instrumentals by themselves are available, okay? Those are a thing. That's nice. But I will need to record myself and then mix both. Oh my god, again, there's so much time. I don't have enough time. I want to do so many things. I don't have time. I hate it. So yeah, maybe that's something for far in the future. Another thing I want to do, and I've mentioned it before, is like, once I get my model, I want to be more active on Twitter. Active in the way of actually interacting with people. Right now it's like, it feels weird with the 3D model I usually use, or this pre-made one, to start, I don't know, talking to other ones. I just don't feel as comfortable as if I was using my own model. And also, I could post GIFs and stuff of myself doing weird faces with my actual proper model. Damn, I gave him really long lashes. 1 second. Well, I could keep them. Nobody's telling me that I have to make it 1-1. I could give him longer lashes. I can always say it later. But yeah, also that will bring more attention to my channel, my content. If people see a space cat, maybe they will get curious. So there's another thing. I don't want to interact with people just because. I don't want to come across as ungenuine. I don't want to. I don't know. I will certainly don't not ask for collabs like randomly. Like no. Unless I've watched the person itself, well, themselves, and I know what they do and I know how they vibe, and I'm like, okay, you know, I think we will mesh well. I'm not going to be asking for anything. I don't think. I don't know. I barely have time. How do I make connections when I barely have time? I will put in effort to actually interact with others. But I want to be careful of with who and why. I just want to have fun with people. Little by little. That's yes, yeah. So yeah, this came because of that one person who was like, yeah, I'm too lazy to do this. If you're too lazy to do something, you just don't want it enough. If that's your only excuse, you just don't want it enough. Sorry, just no. Don't come crying, I want this, but not putting any effort whatsoever on that. Okay, I have to make this dark. Should I sharpen this? Maybe. Yeah. A bit. A second. I mean, because I lost this thing was supposed to have like a container here, so you could sharpen your pencil and it wouldn't fall off. I don't know what it is. I think it broke. It was like plastic and it broke. So meh. Where did you get inspiration for drawing? In general, or for this one? Because for this one I just took the picture. Well, inspiration. You know what? They added. What was it? Like a proper photo mode in Love and Deep Space. And you can change the lights and you can change the angle and all that shit. I was like, these are so pretty. I get motivated by pretty things. I want to draw this, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let me draw this. You know what? I can do this for a handcam because I'm actually comfortable trying to draw stuff like this for handcams. I'm not really going freehand, but I know I can do this. So I had to get a webcam. And my setup is an interesting one. For me, I got it from my great-grandfather. For me, nobody in my home actually draws. I was just interested on it since I was little. No, it didn't come from anybody. My father was a carpenter. Well, is a carpenter. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until she later got another job at hello, Euro, how are you doing? Opa, I didn't put my phone on silent. There we go. Hi, Euro. I hope you're having a fine day. I'm streaming today because my company, it's small, but I was having a vacation day today, so I took the chance to stream in the morning and draw. Because I haven't done a handcam in so long. And I want to do it before it gets darker faster. But it's cold. That's why I'm wearing my how is it called? Robe. Even in Spanish I was like, albornoz, no, that's the one for when you get out of the shower. Thank goodness, I mean, thank you. And the reference is up there. I just do it in black and white. Is there something that has ever shocked your parents at a small age? I don't think so. Not really, no. I was an avid reader and I would read a lot, but I don't think that was shocking. I read the Twilight books like 4 times each. I think that was my my hyperfixation. Another one. No, not really. No. No, they're pretty normal. So yeah, I don't know where I got the drawing bug from. I have no clue. I've always liked it. My only issue has been, you know, trying to come up with things of my own, like from my brain. Because, you know, I was not really taught. I don't know where the mindset came from. Like, yeah, you have to be able to draw from your mind without looking at references. Which is a lie. Which is a freaking lie. You do need references and you can get inspired by different things and just mix and match whatever. Are you drawing a self-portrait? No. I know this pretty. Nah, this is Rafael from Love and Deep Space. Because they added a photo mode, well, a linked photo booth. And I could change the light and the poses and whatever. And I got inspired. Well, not really inspired. I like pretty things and I wanted to draw him. And so that's what I'm doing. And for me, I watched a horror movie at the age of 3 and I wasn't scared. I was very entertained. Which movie was it? I know one in my, grade. One of my friends back then. She watched, what was, The Exorcist? I think it was The Exorcist. When she was little and she was pretty scared. I was like, yeah, I know that's from grown-ups. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not good with horror. You know, the thing is... Slither. I don't know it. I don't know that one. Maybe I will look it up later. Yeah, my problem with horror is that I don't really care about the horror on screen. I care about the horrors my mind comes up with when I go to sleep. When I go to bed and I'm alone in the dark and my mind decides, you know, let's go brrr, and come up with, you know, there could be a monster in the corner, or maybe when you fall asleep someone will come in, or maybe those are the horrors I'm scared of. What am I, the freaking film? I watched it with it, like it or IT. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's just it. With a friend back then. Well, back then, some years ago. So I wasn't small anymore. I just laughed at it most of the time. But yeah, I think at some point I watched something, and yeah. It was worse when I was studying jewelry because I was alone at home. It was much scary. I recommend googling it if you're brave enough. Yeah, I will do so if I remember after the stream. I was about to do it now, but yeah, I should continue drawing. It's also like for horror games, like I mentioned. I'm bad at horror games. I'm fine with spooky games, Little Nightmares, Bramble, Birth. Horror, actual horror. I have a bad time. No rough draft. I did. You can see it a bit. Like I did a rough draft at the very beginning because I didn't want to waste time trying to get the proportions down like 100%. So what I did was trace a bit, like a bit of, you know, I put the drawing on the screen because I have the reference there, and went, okay, this is the head. This is where this goes. The hand. If you see my first drawing handcam, you can see the rough draft. And in that one, I spent the whole stream just making like a clean sketch, which is what you can see here. The more defined, a bit more defined lines up there. And then I went to shading. That's how I roll. Because when I used to draw like this, my portraits, I will divide the page. Like, okay, I make a line, I make an edge, basically, yeah, a grid. And put the grid also on the reference. So I was able to get the proportions down. Issue is, it's time consuming. Why do I have to spend extra time doing something like that when I can just trace it and save myself time. You know, some people are like, oh, you're tracing, you're not a real artist. I'm doing this for fun. I know I can do it the hard way. Why can't I do it the easy way? In the end, the shading is mine. I can trace shading. Well, maybe someone can, but I don't know how. So even if I struggle, well, not really struggle, but if I had to use a bit of support at the beginning to get the shapes down, everything else is going to be mine. So, so yeah, I usually start with a really soft sketch, and I build off it. Because darkening something light, easy peasy, but lightening something dark, it's a bit very hard. For example, this isn't actually done. Once everything is more or less shaded, I will go back and start darkening areas and making them pop a bit more. That's how I do it. Because I'm a perfectionist and I try too hard, and it should be darker. So the highlight can pop up more, and the white of the eye should look whiter in comparison to everything else. I've barely done portraits in my life. I don't know how I discovered that I was good at them, more or less. I did a few and I enjoyed them, and so I kept at it, and I drew my own characters here and there. And I also back then opened for commissions to other people to draw their cyberpunk characters. I think for the eye at the moment. Also, I like to draw small, because otherwise I get too fixated on the same spot, and then I pull back and I'm like, yeah, this part looks nice, but in comparison with the other, it's off. So I can keep a better view. So it's half a regular paper. I like small, and I like drawing details. It's fun. I think for now we have the eye, because there's hair coming through, so I don't want to go too hard on it. Okay. I guess. Yeah, let me a second, because this should be maybe come a bit from here. The eyebrow more from here, more or less, not super dark, because this highlight. What age did you start drawing? I know I drew when I was in primary school, which was before I was 12, which maybe 5, 6. I have no memory of when I started. I've always done it some way or another, I think. I legit don't know. Maybe I should ask my mom, like, hey, do you know when I started getting an interest in drawing? Because legit, nobody in my family draws. It's not like I saw someone drawing and went, oh, you know, I want to. I don't have memory of that. I was always the more artistic inclined one. I don't know. Also, hello. How do you pronounce your username? I tried. I legit don't know. I've never even thought about it, to be honest. I should ask my mom, like, hey, do you know? Also, why do you look worried? Is the angle of the eyebrow? It's too low. It's too low. It's making him look worried. Don't say. Same as the drawing part, or as the you don't know how to pronounce your own username part. I love this eraser. Second. There we go, more or less. Play this a bit, and then darken this a bit from here, so he doesn't look worried for, I don't know, for some reason. Haha, my username stands for where the hell have you been, Loca, from Twilight. Twilight enjoyer, hello. I'm also a big Twilight fan. Even though we know they have this. Oh my god! You know, this is the ADHD buff. It seems difficult to use an eraser. There's this eraser I have which I was made aware of on it's not really secondary school, but on the studies I was supposed to be doing when I was 16. I don't know. I don't know, equivalent. Basically, when I started art school. It's like eraser miga de pan, which is like bread. What the fuck is miga? I don't know, like the soft part of the bread. I was like, okay, I don't know what that is, and I went to buy the materials to a nearby shop, which, you know, if there's a school, an art school, it's good to have an art supplier nearby. Business. And it's what they told me, soft eraser that I can mold. I have the rest here, but I can mold it, and it's fantastic because first, it doesn't leave traces. You know those the Milan erasers? I don't know if you have them over there, but sometimes you erase and you leave a splotch. It doesn't erase properly. But this one is fantastic. It erases everything, and I can just mold it however I want. If I need to just erase it a little bit, I can just make a tiny bit, and go, yeah, let me just put it here, just little by little, for highlights, for example. Yeah, it's look at this. It's so malleable. It's fantastic. It's the best eraser I've ever heard. But yeah, I don't know. The nail, for example, you can see it's like pretty dark, right? I will darken it later, so I had to go to school. I just say, hey, thank you, and have fun at school? ? Or have a good time. But yeah, let me mold this. So I can just go little by little on the corner. See? Or maybe you can properly see it, but that little line, whiter, like I could make it whiter, but you see how easy it is. It's fantastic. So I can always go back and make proper highlights without messing everything up. It's 10 out of 10. I love this eraser. And then also you can go afterwards. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's my favorite. I don't know how I survived it. I survived without it before. Okay, what was I going to do? Maybe try to shade the rest of the face. Maybe I should move into the hair at the moment, because I had to take account of the hair for the stuff. Hair, this is going to be fun. Oh my god, there's so many things. Okay, I stretch a little bit. Crackety crack. I have very crackly knuckles. Also, when I draw, I do something for a long time, I had to crack them, so they stop hurting. Okay, hair. Where do I start with the hair? Maybe from back to the front, because the back is later. As you can see up there on the reference. Stretch time. Yeah, I tend to slide down my chair little by little. Even though I'm sitting with my legs crossed. I can sit like a normal person, it's just not something I do. But yeah, maybe on the other hand, no, let me start from the middle. Since the hair is going to be growing like this, I think it will be better. Okay, let me get the HB. Also, my drawings improved when I got a bunch of different pencils with different hardnesses. Different softness and stuff. From HB to 4H to 6. Where's the 6? Have a bunch. Well, you can tell this is really soft. Because I have to sharpen it constantly. And so it ends up getting really small. Because it's so soft. I also have a bar, which is similar to this one. But this is 6B. Yeah, you can barely see it anymore. And I should have the tip somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Maybe in my flute cover, which I use for pencils. Yeah, there it is, the tip. But I usually use those bars for background or big areas. Because they leave gaps. They leave gaps. So I go with them and then go over them with a pencil. And why is there a hair here? No, bye. Hair time. HP. HP. I think it's properly sharpened. Okay, since this strand is more like this. Also, this as a whole is darker than the skin, so I don't need to be super careful on doing it later. Have things in the way. Again, I don't need to make a one-on-one like not really comparison, but try to make it to match it 1-1 because it's a drawing. I am free. I just need to make it look nice. Sometimes I have a tendency of adding maybe extra curls or something. What time is this? 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Yeah, I'm definitely not finishing this today. It's okay. Another handcam. Maybe I should make them more often. Maybe, okay, because there's this. There's this. Maybe 1 second, because again I have the picture here but edited. If I make it later so I can see the... there we go. There we go, you don't see it. But I made it super light so I can see where the strands go, so it's easier to get the shape. Yeah, because this one is a big strand. Oh my god, much better. Yeah, then there's this little one. And then there's the one coming here. Or also from here. And there's a big one coming across the eye, which worries me, and it's lighter than the eye, so I will have to be racing over the eye. Fun. Anyway, I want to do this part first, yeah. So I can make the hair in sections. This is dark AF, but... yeah. Yeah. Little by little, don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. But yeah, going back about talking about yapping and being alone. And yeah, oh my god, yeah. See, I lose track constantly. One of the advices the group gave for people auditioning, like, yeah, you should start streaming now to get the experience. Don't leave it for later, you know. Was like, yeah, get used to talking to nobody. Nobody's going to be coming. So you should practice and maybe watch your videos back to go, oh yeah, not a bit too silent here, I'm a bit too silent there, I should do this, I should do that. So from the get-go, I was already a yapper. And it's easier when there's, or, hello, Clara Grip, I recognize you from the, was the Little Nightmares stream? Yes, no? Yes? I think so. Maybe. I recognize you at the very least. At the very least. I know that font. So yeah, it's easier when you're playing something because you can commentate. I think. Yeah, I think so. You can talk about the game, you can talk about your thoughts of, yeah, I'm going to try this, oh, I think this is happening, or whatever. It's easier to talk when you're playing something. When you aren't playing anything, you have to rely on yourself or chat. But if you don't have chat, you have to rely on yourself. Which I've done plenty of times before. That's where I got the confidence, like, yeah, I can do satsus even if there's nobody to satsu to. It's okay. I am leveling up my yapping skills. There was one time a person, why are you angry? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? What did I do? There was one time I was doing a stream, semi-satsu stream, like trying out live 2D things, and I was just on my own, trying the toggles, looking around, and someone came by and chat. Hello. Well, no. They started like, oh, those ears have a personality of their own. I was like, oh yeah, they are really expressive. This is a pre-made model and it's really cool. They asked me, "Are you multi-streaming by any chance?" I was like, "No, I'm just here on my own on YouTube." And they were like, "Ah, you look like you were having fun, so I thought you were streaming somewhere else." I was like, "No, I'm all by my lonesome here, yapping to nobody but having fun either way." And they were a really active chatter, so active. And they gave me so many topics to jump off constantly that I went on for 4 hours yapping. I had to stop because it was already dinner time. It was like 10 p.m. at that point. Like, I love this. I have to go 4 hours with just one person active chatter. It just basically confirmed, like, yeah, I have people around. Oh my god, yeah, I'm unstoppable. Here. It's fantastic. I basically learned stuff about myself while talking. You know what's funny? My whole family thinks I'm antisocial. Well, partially because my father hasn't done me any favors in presenting me to the rest of my family. They just think I'm weird because I have weird interests. Like, oh yeah, no, they're a bit out there. Like, thanks dad for putting that idea in their mind. Yeah, yippee, thank you. I know he didn't mean bad, but you know. Yeah, they prefer to be in the room instead of with the family. You know. I've talked about this is related to before. Like, yeah, I don't like small talk. You know, it's fine to be with your family, but with the family, if they don't talk to you about interesting stuff, I'm not going to be staying in the freaking room, sitting there at lunch, just twiddling my thumbs like, nobody talks to me, the conversations around aren't things that interest me or I have an opinion on. What the fuck am I doing here? So I go to my room. I don't like to waste time. And they take an issue with that. Like, bro, they think I'm antisocial because I don't want to socialize with them. When I've stayed with... There's this place I used to go to on vacation near the beach. We used to go to a restaurant, which was kind of expensive, but a really good one. And one of the... I think it was the owner, actually. One of the cooks, no sé. One of those. They used to talk about very, very interesting topics, about a ton of things. And I would stay there listening because it was interesting. And I would give my opinion here or there, or thoughts, or ask questions because it was interesting. You know? And my father would be the one leaving because he wasn't interested. Jokers on you! Yeah, I think, yeah, they don't talk much. They don't really interact with other people. Yeah, no, I don't interact with you. Well, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, that's fine. I never want to pressure whoever is watching into chatting if they don't want to. Like, never. I'm here for you. You aren't here for me. So to speak. Like, okay, support. Okay, but I don't want people to feel uncomfortable or feel like they have to do something for me. I'm not paying you. You aren't paying me either, but I'm not usually really talkative. Well, yeah, that's nice. Are you the kind of people, that person who I just don't know what to say? It's valid, again. Maybe you just need to find a topic to jump on. It depends on topic. Yeah, I either talk a lot or I don't talk at all. Again, depends on the topic. Depends on who I'm talking to. Everything is valid. But yeah, I never want my chat or whoever is watching to feel like they need to even make their presence known. Some time ago, when I was playing Kingdom Hearts, I even remember the moment. I have an interesting memory. I have bad memory, but sometimes it's like extremely good. Like I remember the whole thing. I either don't remember anything or I remember exactly the moment. I won't even say what I'm wearing. Wait. Did OBS explode? Am I okay? Am I okay? OBS senpai? OBS has told me in a notification that it disconnected and it reconnected. Are we good? Are we fine? Are we okay? I think so. Why is there 7 likes? What is happening? Okay. Loading or loading? Ah! OBS! OBS! Please! Reload. But... How? What is happening? Stream health? Stream is healthy. Okay, is everything okay? I didn't change anything or touch anything. It says OBS disconnected for a second and then it reconnected. In stream health, it seems everything is fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know. But everything is okay. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. I hope no much was lost. It was just for a second. Not sure. Anyway, as I was saying, because I used to have the YouTube stream thingy on the side with the analytics and how many people are watching and all that stuff. And I noticed the moment someone, because I was alone at the time, when I saw the concurrent viewers go up, I got a bit nervous and I started trying to talk a bit more like, oh yeah, look, I'm entertaining. Please don't leave. I decided, no, this is bad. I don't like this. I don't like to be aware of who is or isn't watching and try to force something. So I said to not look at the analytics anymore. I just put OBS there so I can see the chat, I can see my stuff. I don't see the stream health, I don't see who's watching, I don't see anything. I could have 100 viewers, but if they don't make themselves known in chat, I don't know. I won't know. I won't know until the stream ends and I go, oh, at one point I had something people watching. Until then, I don't know. It's much better, my mental health much better. I've read some tweets from other people talking about, oh yeah, I usually hide my analytics so I don't force it. And it's like, yeah, it's a good idea. So again, I could have people watching. They could be silent. I wouldn't know. And I don't want them to feel like they have to say anything or make themselves known. Though you're going to make yourself known just to say, I'm leaving. Not leaving like I'm leaving for a moment or I'm leaving. There was one who popped up on the Little Nightmare stream. Hello. I was like, oh, hello, how are you doing? You're new. Where are you from? It's Pete. I will let you Roman do it. And I don't know, the next minute I was, I'm leaving the stream. Bye. Okay, you don't need to say you're leaving. And it was kind of rude, to be honest. Like, it was a bit, okay, but you don't need to tell me that. It was weird. It was really weird. So yeah, they had just come into a stream, not say anything and leave. I wouldn't know and I wouldn't care. But making yourself known just to say, yeah, I'm leaving is like, okay, have a good day. Why are you here? Estás a hacer? Yeah, I want people to enjoy themselves and I will enjoy myself if I'm entertaining just by existing and yapping, even if to myself. That's fantastic. Maybe I should make the hair is hard because it has so many little things. Not as good as you, I can say. Depends. It depends. Some people are better at drawing certain things than others. Maybe you can draw animals better than me. Maybe you can draw stylistic or stylized stuff better than me. I'm good at drawing things as I see them. That's why I have the reference here. I'm good at those. But trying to come up with things on my own, it's harder. It's much harder. Like, yeah, I've drawn here and there, but I need to put a lot of effort. And if they have more angles, or it isn't just facing forward, or, typical 3/4, it's harder. Or poses in general. Anatomy. It depends. I think I'm just good at shading. Even while, oh my god, while rigging the model. The amount of times I had to look in the mirror like, okay, if I move like this, how does everything move? And I move like this, okay, the angle is like this, then like this. I can't draw at all. Yeah, you can. You just need to put in the time. No, you're with the way. I don't know. Here's the... On one hand, it's like, yeah, I've been drawing since I was small, but I haven't drawn that much. I drew a lot in that extra class when I was little. But then, well, typical sketches. In the notebooks, typical, let me draw an eye, haha, let me draw an eye, yeah, eye. I love drawing eyes. All the eyes, yippee, and shading. A notebook full of eyes. Different. I'm getting inspired by things you like. I love Kingdom Hearts style. I can draw pictures of dancing earthworms. I mean, you could draw a worm and try to shade it properly and make a realistic earthworm. Shading practice. Start drawing the worm. Study the shapes of the worm. And go, okay, let me shade this. The rings. And improve little by little. Maybe you will make them so realistic that people won't be able to tell that they aren't actually there. Like those 3D drawings that do like, I don't know, spiders. It's like, it looks like a spider, but it's flat. Again, I think it's just a matter of practicing, but also analyzing. I would say analyzing. So, being able to look at what you're doing, how you are doing, and identify where the issue is. It's like, okay, why does this look off? Because my lines are a bit wobbly. Okay, so you try to fix those. Why does this look off? Because the shading here is a bit like doesn't make sense. Okay, so you fix that. It's just identify the problem. Why is the problem happening? And try to fix it. That's how it works most of the time. Again, while I was reading the model, okay, why does this look off? Okay, because of this. Why does it look off? Because of that. Okay, I try to fix it like this, like that. It's like trying to model something. Like, yeah, I start with a circle. And I want to make a pair. Okay, so let me just little by little, let me mold it, little by little. Why does it look off? Because this is too fat. Okay, let me unfatten it, you know? Little by little. There's no rush. There's no rush. Yes, the moment you, at least if you know why something looks wrong, that's the first step to fixing it. Because if you're like, it looks off, I don't know why, you're a bit screwed. You're a bit screwed. Because unless, oh god, you can also ask other people for feedback. I have a friend who's a furry who has gotten art done of his persona. And sometimes he asks like, no, not anymore, but back then when he was still working with other artists, and well, sometimes he will come like, does this look off? Does it look okay? I will go, okay, this part looks a bit off, maybe do this, maybe do that, maybe this is a bit, you know. Let's change my profile picture to my resistant drawing. I don't know if I can zoom. Maybe I can go to your profile. Go to channel. I'm going to be a nosy person. Hey, it looks quite nice though. You know one thing you're better than me at the moment? Coloring. In traditional... traditional coloring. Sucks. That's why I do things in black and white. See? See? Imagine if you practice even more. You will get much better. But yeah. Identify the problem, fix the problem. If you don't know what the problem is, maybe ask someone else. Even I was struggling with the hand of my model, like, hands are hard. Hands are so hard. And I'm still not happy with one of them. And I will probably once again go back to fixing the freaking hand because I'm not happy with it. And I will ask them, hey, I've been staring at this for too long. Does it look okay to you? And they're like, yeah, it looks fine. And I'm like, no. Sometimes you can also reject their feedback, but it's nice to ask. And I know why it looks off. The pinky is a bit... because the pose I have something like this. But the pinky, it's a bit too... to turn inside. So it looks broken. Can do hands, can barely full bodies. I think with the model is the first time I've drawn a full body. I think. No, second time. One time I did a... This is how I discovered webtoons. Basically, I was on Tumblr. I spent a ton of my time back then in Tumblr. And there was one like, I've submitted my comic to this website and it's about two lesbians and people are allowed to mod their bodies. So aesthetically, and it was the art style was super pretty and the concept was super cool, like I can change my hair color and my shape or whatever, however I want. It was fantastic. That's why I've only ever do the neck up. And I checked them out. I got into webtoons, and oh my god, I read so many webtoons at this point, like literal hundreds. I can confidently say I've read hundreds at this point, and I'm still keeping up with a ton. But there was this time where they were like, you can submit your own design, and maybe I will use it as an extra because I want to draw extras for the comic, like in the background characters that they look a bit more, you know, since it's a world in which people can have freaking wings if they want to. So they didn't have to come up with all the designs, and they could put fans. So that was the first time I drew a full body. And my first time drawing feet that look like paws. Not really paws, but you know, the digitigrade, you know, like kitty. Not really kitty, but you know, those that a bit, that kind. I've never done this before, and I had to ask my furry friend, can you give me a reference, since you know more about this than me? Oh my god. And they gave me, and it turned out fairly well, and because I like when things make sense, it was like, okay, now I had to come up with clothes that would fit this kind of features. I could show it later. I have it on my Tumblr, I can find it and show it here. Yeah, at first, I even have the process. You know what? Fuck it, let me find it so I can show it. Since it's related to drawing. Why the freak fractal? Not. And since you're here, you know, so you don't leave. I'm on another Google profile, so I had to type my URL. Okay, then I love Tumblr because I can find shit via tags. So if I use the tag I know I used, then I can find what I need much easier. I hate Twitter. You can find shit. Okay, yeah, most of my things are nick up as well back then. And then there's the pencil. This one I found it. 1 second. Let me save the GIF. No, the freaking... Oh. I hate there's no GIFs anymore. There's just web. Okay. Then if I open you another... Well, what I can do is... 1 second. Let me capture my screen. But not the whole screen. 1 second. Display capture. Don't make it visible at the moment. Yeah. So I can... Yeah, say okay. I can see it. Let me... I unlock it. You can see it. 1 second. It's just I don't... Well, if I pull this out, it's not like you're going to be able to see much. Nah, my URL isn't there anyway. So if I put this here, much better. Yes, I have another idea. I'm sorry about this. I want to show it, but it's my freaking web, and I don't think I can. If I save it as web, will it properly save? Or how does this work? How do you work? Why does the internet have changed this much? I don't think I can even open it in WebP. Why are you like this? Yeah, open with Google Chrome. Oh, well, it helps. It has my downloads URL, but it's okay. Let me put this here. Here! The thing! Here the thing! You can see I started with pencil. Maybe can I zoom a bit? Yeah. You can see the process. My first time I drew a whole body. And you can see the bits. You can see the sketch in paper, how I little by little change stuff, I identify problems, I try to fix it like, yeah, this is a bit too short, I don't like the legs, they look broken, let me change for this, let me put that here. And I used Chorus from Avatar. No, first drawing, no, this was my first time drawing a full body. First drawing, I don't think I have my first drawing ever, to be honest. I drew too much when I was little. I have drawings from when I was like before 12, those like extra classes around there. But no, this is just my first time drawing a full body. Years ago I did so full bodies, but I was also a child and drew like shit. It's very rare that I do full bodies currently. Yeah. Again, this was my first time drawing a full body. And the second time has been when I've done my model, which you can see on... I've streamed the process here and there. But yeah, this was my first time. No display capture anymore. So you don't see anything else. You can only see my path up there, which is the desktop. There's no name. Yeah, first time. Again, because of that, I discovered webtoons and I discovered, yeah, first time drawing full body. And for the one I did for the model, I traced a bit as in I put a couple of models in the background just to get the proportions down. Like, yeah, let me put this here. Okay, so the head takes this much space. Here is the groin. Here's the bottom of the leg. And here's where the arms go. That's it. I didn't want to worry about things being off from the get-go. Fuck that. And still, I'm not happy with one with hands. Hands are hard. And I had to draw it from, well, really different angles, but... yeah. And again, I don't color in traditional because... you can erase that! You can erase that. In digital, at least, you can Ctrl-C, or you can put it in a different layer if you don't paint on the right layer. But... I would like to do watercolors, but... I don't know how to paint with those. Yeah, so pretty. I love people who do watercolors. But I can't, I don't know. And you can erase. Okay. I keep sliding down. So yeah, what I was saying earlier about the statistics and shit. Like, I just, when everything turned to shit for a moment there, and I checked YouTube, I saw I have 7 likes on this stream, which means 7 different people have come through. What the fuck? I don't know why. I don't know what's happening with YouTube later. I appreciate it, but new people. I love new people. I love interacting with people. Again, no pressure. No pressure. I don't want people to feel pressure. I just want to be here to entertain. And maybe put a smile on people's faces, maybe. Or they can laugh at me. And have fun, mostly have fun. And it has given me a fantastic excuse to play games I've been meaning to for literal years. And face my fears. For horror games. Yes. I love playing horror games. I'm having to close my eyes. I played Don't Scream with one eye open and it didn't help. I was like, okay. And I heard something and went, is it gone? I couldn't beat the game because I think it got bugged. I ran out of batteries. I found batteries, but I couldn't interact with them to get them. So my battery ran out. And the game went, haha, you die. And I was like, I've been playing this for so long. I've played it at my 11 p.m. by the way. So yeah, it was like go big or go home. And I was like, I will consider this like I've gotten through it. It's not my fault I can't interact with batteries anymore. Fuck this shit. I'm out. But yeah, most of that stream was panic yapping. And when I open, I'm going, oh. Problem with that one. I loved it, but there's some balancing. I hate some balancing. You can barely hear me because I had to change some settings on my mic. Because when I screamed, it didn't count for the game to kill me. I think it's because my mic has an auto balancing thing. Like if you speak too low, it brings your volume up, and if you talk too loud, it brings your volume down. Yeah, on its own. So when I screamed, I think by itself it prevented it from going too far that it would kill me. So I had to deactivate that, which in turn made me quieter. So sometimes the background noise is higher than mine, which is a shame. Maybe I should play it again. Maybe I should suffer again. Isn't it fun to suffer for the entertainment of others? Yes. Yes, it is. Or for myself. It's always for myself. I got a game the other day. It was on sale. Not a spooky game. An actual horror game. Not spooky, but horror. There's so many things I want to play and have to play. I hate her. I think, I want to do a thing. Well, 1 second. Let me mark this a bit more, because I'm going to shade everything a bit, like as if I was putting a gray layer over the whole thing. So I can then darken or lighten certain areas here and there. Otherwise, I'm focusing a bit too much, and I'm not making much progress. To be careful so I don't smudge everything else, which I may have. I may have here and there. That's also another issue with pencil drawings. I'm making things too dark. You smudge everything. Okay, so I have this. I could also, maybe if I... How's this whole section? No, I thought, maybe if I shade all of this, which is black, then I can use it like as a reference for the values of this part of the head. The issue is that if this is black, it means that each time I touch it, I'm going to dirty my finger, and when I press the finger somewhere else, I'm going to leave my footprint, my fingertip, fingerprint, yeah, not footprint. So yeah, maybe not, sadly. So yeah, let me shade everything. Something I've learned from my art teacher back then is to shade in the same direction, so it looks nicer instead of going in every direction. And it's true, it looks much nicer. I think, yeah, because she saw oh my god, my phone is dying. 1 second. Let me disconnect this. Don't worry about the sounds in the background. I have too much shit here, mostly snaps, so I don't have to look for them. Because I'm not directly connected to my PC. I can connect it here. Since this is long, put it over here. Put it over here. 1 second. I'm connected. And now I'm getting hot. It's 16 degrees outside. The end of the hair is amazing. Of the model or or the drawing. It's really bouncy. I'm excited to work on my own. Oh my god. I have so much movement on my model. Well, at least just the head. I've went a bit overboard with the head movement on my own model, to be honest. The angle, for a first model, okay, Usually people are like, okay, a bit like this, and a bit like this, and a bit like this, and this, and this. But I made it a bit too to the side. I had to keep in mind the brow movement. Yeah, it's like how the eyebrow protrudes a bit more than the eye, and if I'm not careful with the shape, it ends up looking flat, and my style is a bit too realistic for the model, so if I leave everything flat, it looks very bad. When you shape things in live cubism, you use deformers, which are basically like grids. Look at this, I have a notebook with a grid. Basically, it's like, yeah, I have this grid. And whatever it is here is like the shape, whatever you want. Maybe like an eye, for example. And you go, okay, this is the eye. This is the eye? Okay, so when you move this line to this side, it's like you move everything a bit to that side, you deform it. And the same with the other, And that's how you get different angles and stuff, like, oh, let me squeeze this, let me make this part a bit wider, this a bit thinner, so you can get perspective, that kind of thing. So when I was working on mine and looking to the side, I basically ended up having to make those deformers because, yeah, if this straight, it's just straight lines. But the eyebrow is here. So if I look to the side, I had to make basically the part of the eyebrow look a bit more 3D. Like, yeah, it will come here for the eyelid, and this is where the eyebrow will be. So it will give that CG effect, because if I didn't adjust this, it will look flat. You will see once the model is ready. I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of it. I'm effing around finding out it's looking pretty nice for my first model. But again, I went a bit too far with the movements of the, well, the angles of the head. So I had to take that kind of stuff into account. Same as looking up and looking down. At the very least, it's very expressive. It's very expressive. Yesterday, I worked into adding the cheek puff. So when I puff my cheeks, it goes, you know, like this one. But I added lines on the side of my mouth, so you can see the mouth. And when I puff my cheeks, I got a couple of lines. So it looks more, you know. This one doesn't have that one. Oh yeah, doing that. I just have to add the tongue. Like this one has because I have a tendency of when I'm concentrating, I stick out my tongue. So I think you can see it on some bots here and there. And I'm like this, and you can sometimes see like so I need a tongue. I'm like a cat minding my own business with my tongue out and I'm not realizing. Yeah, once I'm done with the... I think that was the only part missing. There's some... Pero, did you say pero because I said pero, or... Ah, Spanish. Teje pero. I don't know if my mic picked up my tummy. Going brrrr at the moment. I know I haven't eaten anything since yesterday, don't worry. He's replying. Teje. Ah, that's the P. I remember the circle was for the piece. Teje pero. That's a, well, not really a VTuber thing. I've heard it for VTubers, like, teje pero. I wanted to do another Japanese stream soon. Before I finish the Little Nightmares Little Nightmares game, but I realized that if I did a Japanese stream on Monday and then the next, the weekend of that Monday, or so it will be like next week, I will also have Japanese. I will have double Japanese on the same week. I want to do more Japanese. Because, yeah, it takes me a bit to get back into it when I get in game. Like, I struggle, but I pick up the pace really fast. And it's fun. I really like it. I really like it when I can figure out the words. Okay, can everything? Let me go. I'm going to take a different approach. Instead of focusing on each area independently, let me go by chunks. Like, okay, this whole area is a bit darker, so let me just darken it. Then I can focus on the different or separate hairs later. Okay. Well, this one in comparison with the head, it's so dark. I have to be careful. I can even go a bit... Well, yeah, the background is black, so... So later, what I will do with the model, because again, there's some mouth parameters I haven't added, but I don't think I will use them anyway. So, F those. So I will add the tongue, and I will start working on the hair, and then on the ears. I think the hair will be fun. I will probably have to draw some parts. Again, I put a bit of too much angle. So when I look around, maybe there's some things I look off. So I had to take those into account. Alright, just darker. I am a bit scared of the... I don't know how to optimize models, or if I'm going too far in some places, or how to lessen the load. The moment I try the full model, maybe my PC explodes. I can just get rid of stuff. Here's the issue, because of the cheek puffs. I have my model, if you peeps haven't seen it, I have an eye marking. Imagine this is the eye, okay, it's not like this, but I have a... Okay, it was like... Because this is based on a shape I did for one of my characters in Cyberpunk. It was like this. This. Then it was like this. And this, okay? So because it goes down, when I puff my cheeks, I want this to also move a bit. So it's more realistic. Problem is, oof, I'm stupid. We already know that, but this is a bit like animation. There's keyframes, and there's like conditions, like, okay, when the eye is open, when I'm in this spot, and the eye moves in this direction, this direction, this direction, all these directions, then you get this shape, and you get this other shape. So because this, the marking, is keyed to the eye, and also to if it's more closed or more open, each time I make this part puff, it means I've only made it puff for a specific point. So if I move my eye to this side, then that means that this part that I edited, it goes back to how it looked like. So I have to copy the shape and paste it here, and paste it here, and paste it here, and paste it here, and here, and here. And this is with the eye open. Then you close the eye, and you have to do the same. Then you open the eye fully, you know this, because this is the default, and this is fully. And then I have to do the same thing. Here's the other thing. I move my hair, right? And the tattoo wouldn't look the same from the front than from the side, which means I have yet another parameter to take into account. So I finished the one looking forward. I look to the other side, and I had to do this all over again. I look to the other side, and I had to do this all over again. I look up, all over again. I look down, all over again. Down and to the side. Do you see where I'm going? The program crashed yesterday while I was doing that. There's backups, okay, there's backups. But it was like 10 minutes. The backup was done like 10 minutes ago, and those 10 minutes are a ton of Control Shift, Control V, Control C, Control V. I was like, no. Fuck. My progress. It isn't that bad, but my fingers were hurting a little bit because, yeah, it's Control Shift C and B. It was like C, B, tigrin, constantly. That's my life, man. This is. I'm a perfectionist. I shouldn't be a perfectionist. Nobody will care if the marking wouldn't move with the cheek puff, but it makes it so much realistic and it looks so nice. But maybe that will make my PC explode because that's a lot of keyframes to keep track of. I don't know. I think since I'm not going to give that much movement to the body because you barely see it, so I'm not going to put that much effort. I will make it look nice, but I won't make it look super crazy. I'm just a head most of the time. For example, I don't get the side steps people do for the models. Like, yeah, look, it's so cute. Yeah, but are you going to be showing your full model all the time? No. No, you don't. You only show it when you're showing your model for the first time, and maybe on special occasions. It's like, what's the purpose of the side step? You don't see it. That's why I prefer to get a very, very expressive head. You know, some movement here and there. And the body is like secondary. On the other hand, it's true that I also put a lot of effort into drawing the textures and the little details. It's stupid. How much effort, like 1 pixel can be. If I draw this and there's 1 pixel here, that pixel can be here. I have to erase it and I have to clean this up. On one hand, it's like, yeah, nobody will notice. On the other hand, and me, and me, and me, and I had to make it look nice, even if you had to zoom in 400%. I replicate this globe thingy, okay? It has stitches here, right? I made them on the model. You can only see them when you zoom in 400%. You don't even see them at 100%, which is full view. No, you have to zoom further. I don't know why I did it. It looks nice, but you don't see it. I'm stupid. So yeah, I do one thing, then say another, but I think wheel rigging is going to be, yeah, I'm not going to move my feet that much. I'm not going to do the side step. That's stupid. I will make the changed angle, but I'm not going to bother with the rest. Maybe later when I get bored, but you know what I want to do? I want to do later, much later. Well, maybe not much later, but if I get motivated. Because once I have the model, I won't be using the 3D one anymore, which I like to use for Kingdom Hearts because I can match the character. You know, I try to look with Asura and Riku, and that's why I changed the hair color and the hair and the eye color, you know, that kind of thing. Because I won't be using those anymore. I thought, you know, maybe I can design my own Keyblade and make myself an animated asset so I can have my arm up with the Keyblade while I play Kingdom Hearts, you know, so it will fit so much and we'll have something Kingdom Hearts related. Maybe it will be fun. It will be fun. That's something I would like to do. I also want to design my own little pet, and I want to have a little kitty on my shoulder as, you know, pet, like fun pet. Maybe it's just rigging is so fun. I love drawing something, making it come alive, basically. Tammy, please. Nobody asked you. And definitely I want to give myself more hairstyles. Yeah, in real life, I've had so many hairstyles, man. So many. I've worried. Well, I have like a baseline, so to speak. I have my sides shaved. I started back in the day with just one. I decided to also shave the other. And then one day I wanted to have the top part shorter, but leave the back long. And that's basically what I've been keeping, but sometimes the part at the top is shorter, sometimes it's longer, sometimes I have it like this. Like my model at the moment, which is what I'm drawing, is basically based on hairs I've had, to be honest. Go like this with the eyes, and this is shaved. Sometimes I have a middle part, and it's like, you know, I have a picture of myself, self I took back in the day, which my hair looked a bit like Shemna's. Or even like Sex, because it was like the front part, and like this, more or less. And then because I have shorter hairs, I made them a bit spikier, so you could see a bit of spike at the back. It was nice. So I will certainly give my own model more hairs. I love hairs. I love styling my hair. It's a struggle. I love short hair. It looks fantastic on me. But I like to be able to style it. And while it's short, I can make it spiky, which I love. But I also like to wear braids. And I also like to wear those Viking braids. You know, the ones that you use your whole hair or head or whatever, like from the root. So you have one big braid from the front of your head to the back. At least, you know, when you have long hair. I like hair. I wish character customization existed in real life, so I could change my hair every day with one click. There's wigs, but it's not the same. And I have too much hair to have wigs, to wear wigs. No. I have too much. It's good. I have that much made. People can tell I have my sides shaved if I wear my hair down. I'm yapping a bit too much and I'm not making that much progress. For example, I've gotten so used to seeing my model bald. Not really bald because I already rigged the shaved part, that I'm considering just making a shaved toggle. So I don't have hair, it's just the shave and the ears, of course. Because it looks nice either way, so... it's just fun. I love options. So yeah, one thing I want to do is design a keyblade, make it into a toggle with the arm so I can use it. I want to create a pet. I also want to have other arm poses, to be honest. One, for example, bringing my my hand to my chin, because it's something I do when I think it's like, I don't have a beard to stroke, but I have a tendency of playing even with my freaking lips, to be honest. And apparently, I don't know if B-Bridger has it or it's a combination, but you can track your arm movements and trigger toggles with those. So I could potentially, I don't know if I can, make it so it tracks my hands, and so when in real life I just go, I don't know, I close my hand, it will trigger a toggle that will move the arm how I want it to. So I wouldn't have to be clicking a number for a toggle. I would like to be more responsive. Again, it can be done, but I don't know if I can do it with the app I use for better face tracking. I don't know if it also allows for hand tracking. Would be nice, would be nice. Well, there's a will, there's a way. And coming back to that one topic I was talking about earlier, that one person going, nah, I'm too lazy to do this. I want to do this, but I'm too lazy. Okay, then you don't want it enough. Sorry, just no. Again, yeah. Nobody will do it like I did, which was just jumping directly into streaming. Some people will prepare more, but I wouldn't change how I started. I wouldn't, like at all. I think it's better. Just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. If you overthink it, you just leave things halfway. You get too stressed, and then you don't do shit. So just do it. Just do it! So from there I went to the... This is why I can jump for hours. About work, about stuff. The panini happened while I was trying to look for work. I couldn't get work. I talked to a friend who was studying programming, and I discovered then I had ADHD, which meant, you know, I had now ways to combat it or manage it. And I talked to a friend who was doing programming. Hey, do you think I will be a good match for this kind of thing? Because I want something that entertains my brain. I need something that engages my brain. Please. That's what I need. At the moment, I wasn't really... I'm not really passionate about anything work-related. Like, yeah, I like to draw. So they was like, maybe you can get to drawing. It's like, yeah, I like to draw for myself. If someone asks me to draw something, I'm screwed because I don't know. So yeah, that wasn't really a path I could take. I'm good at drawing, but I'm good at drawing specific things, and that's also why when I open commissions for cyberpunk characters like portraits, it was like, okay, I will draw the reference you send me. I'm not going to come up with a pose. I'm not going to turn the head another way. No, you send me the reference, I turn it black and white, and I will draw it as it is. Don't expect anything else. Those are my conditions. That's the thing I'm comfortable drawing. So yeah, that option wasn't an option. We talked to my friend, oh yeah, this will be interesting. I was like, you know, I think this is... Programming is basically how my brain works with conditions. Like, okay, if this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then this happens. You know, variables. That's how I work in real life. I remember one day I think I was stranded. But still, I went out with friends. This was on vacation. And we knew my parents were in a restaurant. And we still went there. I was like, oh my god, maybe if we come here, then they will see me. There's this option. Maybe they will get mad because I came out when I shouldn't. Maybe this happened. Maybe this other. If this happened, maybe it's a mixture of ADHD and anxiety. But it's like my brain works. My brain is always like, yeah, if I do this, then this. If I do this, or backup plans. If this happens, then I can do this. For example, for the Kingdom Hearts streams or any PS4 game stream, because I don't have a capture card and I have to use remote play. Which I don't know why sometimes it closes with OBS. I think because OBS, it detects the OBS and it doesn't want to be recorded. It's like, no! And it closes. but it can close if I record my whole screen, which is a bit of a pain because then you can see other things, but it's a backup. If something doesn't work, then you can use another thing. So we talked to him, and I thought it would be, a good fit, a good match. But problem is, my grades weren't that good. They weren't that high to begin with. So I tried to apply for a school, a really good school in the area. Of course, I didn't get in. And instead, I went the online route. And the plan was to, do it online the first year, get a high grade, so the next year I could apply for the school. It would be easier because there's always people dropping out and all that stuff. And so I did, and I got in. And yeah, it was a bit of a mess because one teacher was missing for like half a year. That class was a mess. They came back, it's like exam time, it's like, bro. And when he came back, he started from a different point than the teacher that was filling in. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. And also because I took the online classes, there was stuff that was a bit different. I struggled, but I got through, and I did my internship at a luckily a small company, literally like 2 people. There were 2 people there, which is nice. I can concentrate better with less people. Problem is that you don't have that many people around to ask, So I had to rely on my boss. So I actually failed one of the classes. I passed the other ones. I failed one, but they allowed me to actually get the title, because you're not going to repeat the whole course because of one subject. And also I had to do with databases, which was what I was doing in the internship. So but yeah, it was just something for my brain to be happy about. But I'm not really passionate about it. It's not something I'm thinking constantly. Oh, I have a cousin who started talking to me, databases, what do you use? And it's like, bro, I don't want to talk about work outside of work. I don't want to think about any of this. My brain just, no, my brain isn't happy with this. I'm not interested. My brain is full of modding. At that moment, it was just modding. It was thinking about, I could do this, I could do that, this material is... At the moment, it's similar, but instead of modding, I think of rigging. I could rig this like this, I could rig this in my brain. I'm surprised I haven't had any dreams of rigging at the moment. But yeah, I'm passionate about things that are profitable. I mean, technically, if I turn into an actual rigger and rig for other people and did beautiful rigs, that will get me money. Yeah, but it's not something I want to work with or for. I like streaming better. Well, I like both. I know how you feel about your cousin. Hello, bro. Weird you to come to my stream, to be honest. Cousin. Yeah, for a moment I forgot who I was talking about. Yeah, you know better than me, Yeah, he came to me to talk about databases and have you watched this and have you watched that? Leave me alone, I don't care. I don't care. I just don't reply. I don't want to waste my time. Yeah, technically I could make a career out of rigging because, yeah, if you make good rigs, then you can price them really expensive. Though at the moment, I think it would be like artists. You can make them too expensive when you're new because you're new. And some people, this is something I've learned while looking around for, maybe commission someone to rig the model. Sometimes people are more expensive because a lot of people want to get their rigs by certain persons or certain people. And also because of advertisement. Like, this rigger, this popular rigger is doing this person's rig. So they get more follows because of them. By proxy, basically. So, yeah, it's usually better to go with someone who's more popular just because of that push. Yeah, I looked around. It's like, this is expensive. This was one which I've considered for a hot second, whose rigs started at like 900 euros. Yeah, 900. But the other ones I had seen were like 1,500, 1,000, thousands. But this one was, you know, on the cheaper side and still had a lot of movement because, again, I'm expressive. I would like to have an expressive model because otherwise, what's the point? Again, people can use PNG tubers, can use 3D models. It's just personally, because I'm really expressive, I want to be able to express myself in a model. So I consider them, but I went, you know, first let me try this out. Let me try rigging by myself. There's a ton of tutorials. Let me just sit. You next time. Okay, bye Euro. Have a good, I guess, night. I think usually this is your night time maybe. But yeah, see you next time. Have a good day. The rest of your time zone. Yeah, because I saw there was a ton of tutorials and documentation around. I thought, you know what? Let me try this out. If it doesn't work, I will commission someone. I will save up and commission someone. If it does, it's what I get, and I get experience. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. So that's a plus. And I can rig stuff. And that's another thing. I want things to be done a specific way. And what better way to get things done on the way you want than doing them yourself? So it's going well. Oh my god, I'm being so slow today. Well, doesn't surprise me. I'm yapping too much. I'm not so hungry AF. I think I'm going to more or less. And I wanted to finish the hair today. Good joke. Good joke. No way. No way. Well, the hair is more complicated than the rest, that's true. So I won't beat myself up about it. Anyway, bro, if you're still around, because again, I don't check who is watching or who isn't watching. Why are you here? You don't usually come. Are you bored? I'm curious. More hair. This whole thing should be darker in general. Okay, little by little. Be careful. Problem is my sheet of paper is bending in the corner. Don't bend. Okay, maybe I didn't want to do this from this side, but if I'm careful, so I don't leave like strokes, they don't look like they come from different directions. I can always lighten stuff up later with the eraser. Aye. I had to be careful because this is already getting grey. I need something so it doesn't move. Product placement! Not really, but maybe it won't move as much. Yeah, I have food nearby. I have an issue. I hope not, I don't care. Yeah, it looks a bit dirty at the moment, but don't worry about it. I will clean it up later with more shading and with my trusty eraser. Yeah, because this part should be darker in general. But it's my freaking corner! It's the my freaking corner! Maybe this is why people, when they draw stuff, they have a bigger sheet of paper and they place it somewhere else. And they have what was the name? Sticky thing, you know, the roll of whatever that makes everything sticky. I don't know the name. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, maybe that's why. From here. From here. From here. Why am I getting so hot in this room? What the fuck? Well, truth be told, it's already 18 degrees outside in comparison to the 12. And also, my door is closed. And my window is closed. And my PC is going brr. So it's probably heating everything up. And making me get hotter and hotter by the minute. Probably. More likely. Well, more or less. Yeah, we'll probably have to darken stuff up later as I go through the whole thing. But yeah, progress for now. Progress for now. I'm a motherfucking slowpoke. Clickety clackety. Yippee. And stretch. So I'm in the stream here so I can eat and stop dying and my tummy can shut the F up. And I will do the Solar Ash stream in the afternoon in a few hours. Which I didn't do yesterday. Thank you for coming. How hands. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Hope you have fun. I don't know if anyone, if a bot watcher will come later and they will get through the end. I don't know if bot watchers will actually get through the end. I know there's bot watchers. I wonder, leave a comment if you're a bot watcher. You're getting through the end. And if you aren't, you won't hear this anyway, so don't worry about it. You're still here just to suffer. But yeah, I will play Solar Ash in the afternoon. And for now, I'm going to get food so I don't die. Probably. If you are new and haven't subscribed it yet, maybe because you want to, you don't want to, that's okay. I don't care. No, I really don't. I really don't. Actually don't. You can do whatever you want. And yeah. See you another time, baby. Bye 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 bye. Bye.